the current Colorado gets from the G5, from the JUCO level, and all these other schools, you know what it's giving? It's giving we ain't got the money. We're scrapping a team together. That's what this is giving. And I hope y'all don't get mad at me for saying that. The Colorado Buffaloes are going to be benefiting from a new JUCO rule that we talked about on TLP Sports Club. Colorado just landed 2 new players that are actually using this new rule, and Colorado is the beneficiary of that rule. Stay tuned after the intro. Let's talk about it.
BWB. Bandwagon Buffs.
That's right. It's your man's Harry Billion. Please do me a favor and smash that subscribe button. Make sure to give me the thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that bell notification so that you can get the videos as soon as it uploads to YouTube. All right, family, so I gotta go ahead and get into this video real quick. So that's all the business I got. You know what time it is. Let's work. This article is from the Daily Camera, buffzones.com. This one is written by Brian Howell. Brian Howell, what up with you, man? Hope all is well. Colorado is adding some experienced veterans to its linebacker and offensive line rooms. On Sunday, CU head coach Deion Sanders picked up verbal commitments from former UTSA linebacker Martavius French and former Louisiana Tech offensive lineman Zarian McGill. I talked a little bit about Zarian in my last video. French was second-team All-American Athletic Conference at inside linebacker this season after recording 80 tackles and 17 tackles for loss. If you guys remember, we lost Nikhil Green to Alabama. He had 81 tackles, so I guess this would be a potential replacement. Nationally, only 7 players had more TFLs this season. Just put that in perspective. Only 7 players had more tackles for loss this season. French capped his campaign with 3 tackles for loss in the Roadrunners' 44-15 win against Coastal Carolina in the Myrtle Beach Bowl on December the 23rd, right before Christmas. In 3 seasons at UTSA, French listed at 6 foot 2 inches, 225 pounds. He played in 37 games with 20 starts, racking up 163 tackles, 22.5 tackles for loss, 2.5 sacks, and 7 passes defended. French, who is from Memphis, Tennessee, began his college career at Tennessee in 2020, but did not appear in any games. In 2021, he transferred to Hutchinson, Kansas Community College, earning all-conference honorable mention. He had 60 tackles, 6 TFLs, and 5.5 sacks that season. The 6'2", 308-pound McGill played in 12 games with 3 starts at center this season at Louisiana Tech. Although not a regular starter, he rotated at center. He played 429 snaps and was the Bulldogs' highest graded offensive lineman per Pro Football Focus. From 2022 to 2023, McGill started all 24 games at center at Louisiana Monroe and earned second-team All-Sun Belt honors in 2023. Prior to his 2 seasons at ULM, he was a 2-year starter at Jones, Mississippi College, earning All-MAC honors twice, including first team 2021. French and McGill has seemingly exhausted their eligibility this past season, but in the ever-changing world of college athletics, they are taking advantage of a new waiver. On December 23rd, the NCAA granted a waiver to former junior college players who would have exhausted their eligibility in 2024 to 2025 to get 1 more year of eligibility. French and McGill will take advantage of that opportunity as they bring a combined 98 games of college experience to Boulder. Also on Sunday, the Buffs lost a transfer commit as former Louisiana Monroe center Carter Miller has decided to play at Mississippi State. Miller will follow former Buffs offensive line coach Phil Loholt, who last week left CU for Mississippi State. So I want to say shout out to my guy Phil So Real. He brought up the JUCO situation when we were on our live couple of shows ago. We were kind of making fun when we first talked about it, but now in hindsight, it seems like this is something that a lot of players can possibly take advantage of. If you are a player that's maybe not getting enough playing time and you're stuck behind somebody at a Power 4 or at a big school, yo, go to JUCO because that's not going to count against your record. You feel me? Go to JUCO and keep playing. Stack up. That's what these young men did. They went to JUCO, beasted out, came back to the Power 4. They got more interest after they beasted out, got more experience. If you're at one of these top schools, these Power 4 schools, or maybe even a G5, bruh, if you're not getting playing time, do yourself a favor, go to JUCO, especially if you're just starting your college career. Especially if you're not getting no playing time at all. I mean, like, absolutely no playing time time at all, go to JUCO, get a lot of reps, beast out. If you're good and you're going to get playing time, get a lot of eyeballs to start looking at you. I know a lot of y'all going to start making fun out there. Colorado's getting a bunch of JUCO players, and like Panda would say, bring us your wounded, bring us all your disabled players, and we'll make use of them. Look, it is what it is, okay? Colorado has to kind of wiggle its way into greatness. You don't have a choice, because you probably don't have the bag to go out and start snatching some of these players from these bigger schools. So what you going to do, man? You got to do what you got to do. You're going to have to get some able bodies, okay? I know I'm laughing. I ain't supposed to be laughing, but I'm just saying, it is what it is. You feel me? Get some able bodies and coach them up. All jokes aside, y'all players that are listening to me, y'all like the clout and everything, but everybody can't play at the same time. Why waste time? Do like these brothers did. You can come back with experience. That's basically why some of these players are playing ahead of you, because you ain't got no experience. Yeah, you went to Alabama. Yeah, you went to Georgia. Yeah, you was at X, Y, and Z school. If you sitting on the bench and you ain't doing nothing, my goodness, like, bruh, we know you can run, you can jump. We know that you can play football. That's the reason why you got recruited in the first place. But there are other more experienced players or better players ahead of you. I'm just talking to any player that's really serious about their career. If you're really serious about your career, you know what you want to do. You know how your career is going to go, but you know that you're good. I mean, if you ain't good, you ain't good. I get it. You know what I'm saying? You might as well just go ahead, stay where you at. Don't jump into that transfer portal before you get stuck. That's just another opportunity. But let's pivot a little bit to Colorado in a situation where our linebackers room is going to take a hit. Two Kansas teams we could not beat. We beat those two Kansas teams. Our 2024 season is a whole nother story, but we couldn't do it because we couldn't stop the run. The biggest running backs that we faced in 2024, we could not stop them. Devin Neal gave us that business. Any running back that was good, any decent running back that we faced in 2024, we couldn't stop them. Now, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I'm not too excited bringing in guys that are not at the Power 4 level. Think about this, though. When we got Nikhil Green, he was coming from Charlotte. Nikhil Green was at Michigan the year prior to their national championship run. He was there, 2022. All right. He transfers to Charlotte. He beats out. Comes from Charlotte, comes to Colorado, got 81 tackles. So he did very well there. So think about it. It's not always like, oh, okay, they're JUCO players. Oh, you guys are going to suck. Oh my God, you're getting a bunch of JUCO players. It's more about the experience than it is where you're from. It's about production. No matter where you're from, no matter how you got here, 80 tackles and 17 TFLs, that's a lot of production. Those are the type of numbers you want to see. So you bring those guys here, you get them some experience coaching, they can produce. We've seen Coach Prime do this. This is Coach Prime's MO when it comes to recruiting. We don't have the money. We ain't got the budget to NIL to go out and snatch some of these top players, but we're going to bring in guys here that have productions and we're going to coach them up. But we do have a little bit of an issue in the linebackers room all over again because we can't stop the run. Now, are these guys going to be the answer? If Nikhil Green and some of the other guys that we brought in was not really the answer, my only concern is this. If Nikhil Green, Levante Bentley, and some of these guys that we brought in couldn't really stop the run, then bringing in another guy that has a similar path, how's that going to work out? I don't know. I'm not 100% confident. Yeah, I get it. Production is great, and that's one side of it. I like the production, and I like the fact that we're making some moves. But at this point, if Colorado is really going to go out there and make a run, the aspirations that we have to win championships, I need to see more moves. I need to see moves at a bigger level. I need to see more splash. This is not what you would consider a splash get. Are they going to be able to play? I am sure they're going to be able to play just like Nikhil Green was able to play and get some production. We got to get serious because if we want to compete like Arizona State competed against Texas, be able to beat BYU decisively, then we're going to have to make some major moves outside of just bringing in guys that have production, bigger names. The current Colorado gets from the G5, from the JUCO level, and all these other schools, you know what it's given? It's given we ain't got the money. We're scrapping a team together. That's what this is giving. And I hope y'all don't get mad at me for saying that, but I'm just saying it just feels like we're scrapping it together again. We're not getting no big splashy names. We're not getting guys that we're like, oh wow, Colorado, I cannot believe Colorado was competing with those big name schools and Colorado actually went out there and did it. It's not giving that. If you want to be confident to sit back and see what Colorado does against the run in 2025, just know that we need splash. Unless these guys are just going to show up and they're going to do a whole lot more than we anticipate. But anyways, you know what? We got more to talk about. We're in the off season. We got to wait. It's not time to start panicking. It ain't time to start talking like, oh my God, we're going to be the worst in the Big 12. It ain't time for that. I just hope that Colorado does a whole lot more in our linebackers room. But we're going to be talking about this for the whole off season. Just wait and see. I'm going to have to leave it right there though. And I'll see you. Get it? See you on the next video. Okay.